I'm gonna wait till some people jump on. But happy Love Day. Happy Make Love Day. Happy Being Love Day. Happy buy a whole lot of stuff that indicates you love a person day. It's super early, and I know a lot of people had Galentine's yesterday because I went out for dinner with my friends and we did Galentine. Um, so I know a lot of people. I'm sure a lot of people are still asleep, of course, because it's Saturday morning. But people also did Galentine last night because when we were in Chicago and traffic was insanity. Happy Valentine's Day. I see someone jumped in the live. Happy Valentine's Day. Hopefully, you have a great day. I'm sure I'm going to have a great day. I did Galentine's with my friends yesterday, and we had a great dinner. We went to our favorite spot, had some great drinks. Traffic was insanity. It was so many people out celebrating, partying, having a good time. And for whatever reason, I can't sleep because I promised myself that I was going to sleep in today. But I don't even think I know what sleep in is. My body's so programmed, even on weekends, which of course I don't work weekends. Even on weekends, I jump up at the crack of dawn. Lola, or I gotta clean your ears. So I'm gonna just chill until some people to jump on. Happy Valentine's Day, everyone. Thank you for stopping through. Adria, hey, how you doing? Good morning. Thank you for stopping through. Happy Valentine's Day. Hopefully you have a great Valentine's Day. You guys make sure to like the live. If you are not subscribed to the channel, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Check out some of the content, and if you enjoy the content, subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button, like the live. I'm just on here for a little while just to wish you guys a happy Valentine's Day. I did Galentine's Day yesterday with my friends. We had us a great dinner. Like I said before, traffic was mayhem. Chicago traffic on a Friday night is always crazy. But the day before Valentine's Day, insanity. But it was still a great time. We had fun. Like the live, you guys. I love, love, love when you guys spam the emojis. So continue to do that. And make sure to like the live too. And just tell me, you guys, if you guys have plans for Valentine's Day. What are you doing? What are the plans? I am going to, well, during the day, I have a lot to do actually. But it like involves like Saturday stuff. Like, you grocery shop, you cook, you clean, you organize, you get your house together, you get your finances together, you like do all the stuff that you're kind of too busy to do during the week because you're moving around so much. So you decompress and take care of your responsibilities, and organize. Because I got so much stuff that I need to just literally sit at my dining room table and just organize and get through. I have to go shopping for groceries and stuff like that. I'm going to shampoo my carpet, clean my carpet very thoroughly. I have to bathe my dogs. And then later tonight, I'm going to go out and enjoy. So if you guys are not subscribed to the channel, make sure to subscribe. Make sure to hit the like button. I see that there was like 11 people in here. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Comment what are your plans for Valentine's Day, what you guys are planning, what you guys are planning to do today. How are you going to celebrate this beautiful day? Lola, can I clear your ears? Someone liked the live. Thank you very much for liking the live. If you guys check out some of the content, check out some of my content. I do political content. Check out some of my content. And if you enjoy the content, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Make sure to comment, leave your comments on the videos and, give your opinion, your ideologies, your perspectives regarding the content. And if you enjoy it, like the live. I'm subscribed to the channel. Hey, motivated. Good morning, sis. Mark me present, sis. Happy Love Day. Happy Love Day. Good morning. I can't believe I can't sleep because I did Galentine's yesterday with my friends. And so I'm tired, but for whatever reason, I can't sleep. So I'm going to do some running around today. I have to go to Home Depot so that I can get this. I'm doing a deep conditioning, like carpet cleaning and all that stuff. And so I'm doing that. I need to go grocery shopping. I need to clean. I need to organize my house. And then I'm going to celebrate a little bit later. But the Galentine that we did yesterday with my friends, that was really fun. I'm going to go and buy myself some chocolate-covered strawberries. And so, yeah. You guys make sure to like the live and comment what are your plans for this beautiful day. Motivated says, sometimes the body will not agree. I've been up since 4, did my live and some follow-up now here. Yeah, it's weird because I got up and I kept laying around because I was like, okay, I know that I'm tired. And so my friends and I started a workout routine. So we basically get on the phone and we work out together. We do the treadmill and stuff like that together. And I walked the dogs yesterday. It was nice. It was actually really nice in Illinois. It was 55 degrees. That's nice for us. 55 degrees in February is so lit for us. So I haven't walked my dogs in forever because they usually just run around in the house. And of course it was really cold outside. So my golden doodle is 46 pounds and she is strong. And so when I was walking her, she was pulling me. It was almost like I was jogging with her. And so it's my body is tired because of that. And I'm sleepy, but for whatever reason, I just cannot go to sleep. It's weird. I took a bath, I soaked and everything, and I still just cannot go to sleep. Motivated said, it's a chill day for me, nothing special. Yeah, I would definitely be working out today. She's a big girl. Yeah, and she's really strong. And the neighbors, I'm like, Lola, you going to stop embarrassing me, child. But my neighbor has a cane corso. His dog is so very trained. His dog literally just sit in the yard or whatever. The little, just sit there and don't move. The dog is huge. So when you walk past the dog, you're going to be terrified. But the dog is very, very trained. And I got 2 poodles and they not trained at all. My golden doodle. Now, I would say Bentley, my 8-year-old, he's a Pompoux. He's trained. He's going to behave. He's going to walk on the side of me. He's not going to pull me. He's trained from that regard. Lola, my golden doodle, that's 3 years old, child, she like a bad child. She gonna pull me. She gonna zigzag while she walks. She gonna start trying to run. And I'm steady Lola, you gonna hurt my back. Because it's she's so strong. So it's kind of I'm trying to contain her. And the guy that has the cane corso on, one of my neighbors, you could tell he's had his dogs for like a really long time. And he trained them very well. And he was like, yeah, it was kind of like, it was funny, but I was like, Lola, you gonna stop embarrassing me in front of people, child. Because he was yelling across the street. He like, you the mother, control her, like make her walk on the side of you. Child, I can't control her. I was out there fussing with Lola. I'm like, girl, you dragging me, you gonna hurt my back. She didn't care. So I walked yesterday in the morning when I get up to go to work. I did 30 minutes on the treadmill. I only did like 2.5 because I was just walking while I was watching like the news and watching politics. So I did that before I went to work. When I was at work, I did the stairs. So the suite that I work in is on the fifth floor. So I walk up and down the stairs for like, I'll do like 3 sets. And so I did basically 15 flights of stairs. And then when I got off work, I got home and I walked the dogs. And Lola was basically dragging me. So I was like walk jogging. And then my friend, she and I, because at 5 o'clock, we get on a treadmill together and we just get on the phone. And for like 30 minutes, we just talk on the phone and we just walk on the treadmill. Then I went out to dinner and did Galentine with my friends. So it was like, a lot of moving around. So I am tired, but for whatever reason, I can't go to sleep. I slept some though, because I think I got in at 11 and I think I woke up at maybe 3:30, which is not good. 'Cause I'm definitely gonna make myself lay back down to get more sleep. But I think I got probably like 4 hours, and of course that's not good. Motivated said, "Yeah, I would definitely be working out. She's a big girl." Lola like, "Let me be great." Lola was dragging me, and I was just like, it was so funny because while the man was screaming at me, and I mean, he's my neighbor, so he was just playing or whatever. But he was like, "You control her. You the mother. You got to get her under control, Angel." And I'm like, "I'm trying." I was like, she loved to embarrass me. We get in the house. I said, "Girl, you gonna stop embarrassing me in front of people, dragging me all around this neighborhood like that." And I'm steady trying to like walk fast, but it's like I'm also taking in consideration. It's like because she walks with her head down. And so she was like having her head down, so she was kind of pulling me, and I was worried that it was gonna bother my back. And so, but one thing I did, I got my revenge back on her little butt because she want to walk around the neighborhood. It takes us maybe to walk around our whole neighborhood. It takes us maybe like, I don't know, like 8 minutes to get around our part or whatever. She likes to walk around maybe 2 times and then she just want to sit down. I made her go around 5 times. You gonna pull me and drag me, embarrass me in front of these people? Okay. I kept making her walk as soon as she got in the house. Because when I get them in the house, of course, like I'll, wipe them down. And then I soak their paws in apple cider vinegar with warm water. Because they be on the couches, they be on the bed. So it's like, of course, I have to clean them really well. As soon as I finished soaking her paws in apple cider vinegar and wiping her down and stuff, she was out like a light. She went right to sleep. I said, "Yeah, I bet you are tired." I made her butt walk around like 5 times. I'm not playing with you. You want to drag me? That's fine. And then after the second time, see, she slows down because now she's tired. So she's steady walking and looking at me with her tongue out. I don't care. You just drag me around this neighborhood, embarrass me in front of these people. Okay. All my neighbors, like, you could, like, one lady was like, you could tell they're spoiled. Like, she was like, every time she's like, you could tell they're spoiled. She was just like, you ain't, and I'm like, I don't have any kid control. She was like, no, not at all. I was like, child, all my neighbors judging my parenting. But because Lola likes to embarrass me in front of people. But yeah, I did that. And then my friends and I did the Galentine. We went to Federales. Federales is a Mexican restaurant, and the food is phenomenal. Oh my God, the food is so good. And we had food and we had drinks. Yeah, it was a good time. And we just had like sisterhood, like community and friendship, and just have fun. And so it was a good time. So I'm waiting for Home Depot to open because I need to go and get like some carpet cleaner solution and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get other stuff because you go in the store for one thing and you end up getting 50 things, not 50, but you end up getting a whole bunch of stuff you don't necessarily, well, you need it, you definitely gonna put it to use, but you didn't plan on getting it. Yes, need girl time for sure. We doing it next month. Yeah, and my friends, because my friends love, and I was telling them, I'm like, we go out to dinner a lot. Like, we go out to dinner, I'm not even exaggerating, on average once a week. But there is weeks that we would go out to dinner twice. And then, we may miss a week. But we go out to dinner a lot. But now we're doing more stuff. Because I was just like, I used to be like really, really, really big into self-care. I used to always get massages and manicures and pedicures and colonics and just like foot detox. I used to always do a lot of that stuff. And now, maybe because of my commute, like my work commute, because my job is really easy, so it's not the stress from the job. I had times when it's like tough, like because I work in auditing, so it's like month end close, year end close. It can kind of get tough. But for the most part, my job is pretty easy. So it's not the job. I think it's the commute. But I don't do as much self-care stuff as I used to do. But I noticed that my friends and I are starting to go out to eat a lot. And I'm like, that's cool. I'm like, but we need to get back into self-care. Like back into like, massages and stuff, facials. To me, those things are extremely important. And so I'm like, we need to get into those things. And then there's like this, it's like a stair, I don't know what you call it, but it's like a place where you go and they have like stairs. It takes you, oh my God, these stairs are like really steep and they're like a lot of them. And so it's like I forgot what they call it here in Chicago. Well, I'm outside of Chicago, but what they call it in Chicago. But I want to do the stairs. And it probably takes you like 15. This is how many stairs it is and how hard it is. It takes you probably like maybe 15 minutes to get up there. And I want to start doing that. I want to start climbing the stairs like on Saturday mornings because we're going to keep this workout thing going because we're really holding each other accountable and stuff. And so we're doing a treadmill now because we all have treadmills in our houses. So we're just on the phone, walking the treadmill, motivating each other not to give up, not to get off and all that stuff. But we're going to start doing the stairs. But I was telling them we need to get like way, way more into like self-care. Like going out to eat is fine. Traveling is great. All of those things is good. But the older you get, you need to be very deliberate and very intentional about working out, eating healthy, moving your body and all those things. So that's what we're getting into. Motivated said, "What time is it where you are? Where you at? It's 5:45. Yeah, but you an hour ahead of me. So Desi said, "Hey, we need some advice. My broski getting married soon. We hardly see him anyway. How can we tell him to stop being a little and come out with us boys rather than massage his girl's feet?" Well, if you love your brother, you should support what he wants to do. I mean, because if he wanted to come out, then he would. He's probably trying to focus on his relationship because it's like if he's getting married, then it's obvious that this is somebody that he loves. And if you love him, you support him. Now, I know you want him to come out and stuff like that, and eventually he will, but because he's like engaged and he's about to be married, he kind of want to put his focus and priority there. But eventually, I mean, as much as he love his fiance and is gonna love his wife, eventually he gonna want to come outside because it's like eventually he's gonna be like, okay, I love her, but I want to go outside. So it's like, but when you love a person, you support them. Now, if the fiance and a wife, which still wouldn't be your business, but if the fiance and a wife is like bad to him or something like that, then you can object. But if this is gonna be his wife, that respect that. Like respect that, and because you love him, respect his union, respect his love, and let him do what he feels is best. And right now he feels that being with his fiance is what's best. So you have to respect that. He stopped coming out with us about 5 years ago. Oh, well, I mean, then you probably need to evaluate your relationship with him because I have friends that are married. I have friends that are in very loving relationship and we still go out. We still communicate. And I support their relationship because I love, and I support them and I love them. And when you love somebody, you support them. Not blindly support them, like, because I've had friends that were in like abusive relationships. And I would tell them, I love you and you deserve way better. And I'm always here for you. But, you know, if he stopped hanging out with y'all 5 years ago, you probably got to reevaluate that relationship. And not saying it like he did something wrong or you did something wrong, but it's time to have a larger conversation, because that's not just the fact that he's in love or he's engaged. 5 years is a very long time not to be in community with somebody you love. So y'all need to reevaluate yourselves, and don't necessarily make the woman a scapegoat, because she may tell him like you can go out. He may just want to be with his woman, which is beautiful. So Motivated said, yes, totally agree, Angel. He's not going anywhere. He will always love his family. I've pulled out my mat and doing my stretches here listening. Yeah, I feel like when you love people, you support them. Unless, like I said, unless they are in a relationship that is unhealthy or something like that. But my friends that are in relationships, I love them. And I'm cool with their guys, and like, it's like, because you support people when you love them. But I wouldn't say just make her the scapegoat, because he's not coming out with you guys now and he's getting engaged, it doesn't mean that she's the reason. She may not have anything to do with it, because in my, like, the relationships that I've been in, I've never been the type of female that is like, you can't go out, you can't do that. I've never been like that. I am a person, like, I was the only child for 8 years. I'm a person that likes being by myself. So even when I'm in love, even when I'm in a relationship, I need my space. So I've never been the type of female to be like, I don't want you going here. Child, go. Like, I will see you later. Go. So it may not be her. So don't just make it like it's her. Child, I just had to get up. The thing about this, I bought this memory foam thing from TikTok. It's like way too soft. It's like you sink inside your bed, and then when you're trying to get up, it take a whole lot of energy. Motivated say, I had to get off this floor. If I don't hear from my family members in some time, they know I will send the popo to do a wellness check, married, and still have time with my friends. Balance is everything. Okay, getting back on the floor. Yes, balance is extremely important. And I've always, like, I'm not in a relationship right now, but I've always been the type that it's like, I'm a very individualistic kind of person. I love love. I loved being in a relationship. I had some really good relationships. But I'm a person that likes being by myself. Not all the time, but most of the time I like being by myself with my dogs. It's like, this is my happy space. My home is my happy space. When I'm here, I feel safe. Because sometimes I have social anxiety. Now, the friends that I have now, I've been friends with them for years. So it's like, we super close. We know each other like the back of our hands. So I don't have anxiety with them. But just being out and stuff like that, which is weird because I travel a lot. I don't know. But I travel a lot by myself too. But being out all the time and stuff like that, I'm just not that person. So if I was dating somebody, and I've dated guys that were more introverted like me, and I've dated guys that were very extroverted. But I've never been the type of female to be like, I don't want you to go. I don't want you to, child, you're a grown man. Go do your big one. Shit. Like, I will see you when you get home. Thank you. Like, and I'm not clingy. And that's been a complaint with men. It's like, I'm not the girlfriend that texts all day like, what you doing? Like, when a man is out, like if I'm in a relationship and my man is out, I'm not like, I'll check on him and make sure he's good. But I'm not like, what you doing? What time you coming home? I've never been that type of female. I'd be like, child, I will see you when I see you. Like, I love you. I'll see you later. Like, so women, I mean, I know I have friends that are super clingy. Like, every 5 minutes they texting their man or whatever. But I've never been like that. But I've had men to tell me, like, you act like you don't care. And I'm like, what? Just because I allow you freedom? Like, what do you mean? But yeah. But don't make the woman a scapegoat. I don't like it when men make women. It's like men find value in blaming women for stuff. It's like that man just may want to be under his woman, which is fine. Yeah. And oh yeah, I have to stop at Jules because somebody posted on Facebook, one of my Facebook friends, Jules have lobster tails on sale for $3.99 and they are normally $9.99. Child, I'm going to rack up. That's what I'm about to slip on some clothes because I think Jules open at 6 and it's 5:53. And I have to get my truck washed. My friend, because they don't know how to talk to me, because they crazy. She walked up to my truck yesterday and was like, "This is a very nice truck. Why is it dirty?" I'm like, girl, I wasn't thinking about this truck. But yeah, she was just like, "You got this nice old truck and my dream car. A Range Rover has been my dream car for forever, and by the grace of God, I was able to buy it. And of course, I'm going to take care of my truck. But yesterday, I was trying to get to dinner because we were already kind of running late. We had to push our reservation back. At first, it was 7. Had to push it back at 7:30. Got there at 7:46, and you know they have like a 15-minute grace period. So the girl act like she wasn't gonna let us in. I said it's 1 minute. I'm looking at them like, child, don't piss me off. Like, but that restaurant is extremely, extremely popular. It's in a very popular like part of Chicago in the West Loop, and they have a lot of business. So, and we like yesterday really kind of showed that we're getting older because okay, so my one of my friends, I think she just turned 39, right? I'm 42, my other friend 42. So we're in there, we're eating, we're drinking, we having a good time. And then it's some kid, I wouldn't say kids, they probably was like early 20s. So they get off like a trolley, like a party bus kind of trolley thing. They get off and they come into the restaurant. And of course, they're not even sitting down eating. And the food is amazing. They like drinking and taking shots and, doing this game where you throw like the ice at the bell to make the bell ring and then you take a shot. So they vibing, they having a great time. And I remember those days. But child, I'm like, I go to a restaurant to eat, have a cocktail, and then go home and get in the bed. Like the fact that they just walked in and they just started drinking and they ain't eat or anything. But they was having a good time. But I was like, yeah, I'm old. Because me even thinking like that, like, why aren't they having dinner? Like, that place is a place where people just come and vibe and. So I was just like, yeah, we getting old. Because I'm like, I'm going to bed. We left the restaurant at probably, I don't know, maybe like 9:30, 10 o'clock. I dropped my friends off and I got home probably like 10:40 or something. I took a bath and I got into bed. And now I'm just up looking crazy, but I'm definitely gonna make myself get some rest today because sleep is extremely important. Good question. Why is she dirty? Going back to the floor. Who dirty? Why is she dirty? I forgot what I was talking about. My friend joined one of my lives and was like, "You got to get better at the chat. You don't be reading your chat." I was like, "I know. I'm sorry." She was like, "Because one time I was way behind, and that was the time that she joined. She was like, 'Girl, I was in the bushes. I was listening.' She was like, 'But you got to get better with the chat. You don't read your chat." On my truck, and you know what's crazy? I don't even drive my truck during the week. I don't know why she dirty because I don't even drive the truck during the week. I drive my Mercedes during the week. That's what I drive. I drive back and forth. So the last time I drove my truck was I think it was last Sunday. Was it last Sunday? Yeah, I think it was last Sunday. I don't. And it's weird because I said I was gonna because I wanted a white Range Rover, but I was like, no. I'm like, it's gonna stay dirty, and I don't know why everything is so extremely expensive. So my neighbor, her truck, she has a beautiful Acura, I can't pronounce it, but an Acura truck. She has a really nice Acura truck, and her truck always shining. So I was like, girl, I mean, not girl, but like, cause she older than me, I wouldn't say girl to her. But I was like, where you get your truck washed at or whatever. And she told me the place, so I Googled it. Why is it $45 for inside and outside? That is insanity. Ain't that crazy? I'm like, since when is $45 for a hand wash? That is insane to me. Child, I already got a hose in my garage. I will wash, baby. I will wash it myself. I Googled a hand wash, like inside and outside. Is that reasonable? $45 for a hand car wash? I was like, man. Now there's a place in Chicago, but it's like half hand wash, half automated or whatever, because they do take your car through the through the washer thingy. And then like, the men get out there and they clean it off the outside and the inside. But I guess if it's just completely a hand wash, car wash, $45 for SUVs. I said, what? No. There are certain things I would spend good money on. I love my car. I'm going to take care of my car. But $45 seems very excessive to me. I don't know. That seems crazy. Oh, Motivator said, that is ridiculous. Lord, thank you for hubby. I know, man, I need me one of those. Whoo, child. I said, the next man I get, I am going to be nice. I need some help. I couldn't believe that. And I'm glad I didn't just drive up there because I would have been mad. So when she told me the place, I just Googled it. And I'm like, a hand car and the detail. I think the detail, I can't even remember how much that was, but I remember being like, oh my God, that's a lot too. $45 for a hand car wash for SUVs. I couldn't believe that. Hey, good morning. I always say I can't pronounce your name, but good morning. Thank you very much for being here. Make sure to like the live. But yeah, now the place that I go to in Chicago, they do a great job. I think it's, what is it, like $18? It's $18 if you go before 9, I think. And then I think after 9 is $22 or something like that. And they do a good job, but it's not fully a hand car wash. It's like the machine, then the guys wash it. But yeah, I go to my place in Chicago. They do a good job. And I ain't got to work because $45 is insanity. Now, maybe it's more expensive because where we live, because, but Chicago is really nice. And the place that I go, it's like a nice neighborhood and it's still half the price. So, yeah, they won't get my $45. But her car looks great. They do great work. Her car be shining. I walked past, when I was walking the dogs yesterday, I walked past and she had her garage door open. Her car is beautiful. And it literally be shining. But $45 is insanity. Like, I'm like, girl, please. I'm like, maybe one time when I'm going somewhere like really special, but just on a regular weekend, like, no. It's too much for me. That $45 is too much. But my friend, now that I think about it, though, because it's like every time we go to dinner, like, I spend money on food. Like, food is like that's where I'll spend some money because one of my favorite restaurants is Maestro Steakhouse. And my friends and I go there a lot. And, of course, it's really expensive, but the food is amazing. Like, the food is so very good. So I'll spend some money on food. But $45 for a car wash, I got a hose in my garage, child. Ain't nobody got time. So I don't think we're going to be doing that. And I have to watch some politics. I said I wasn't going to watch politics this weekend, but I've been doing good this week with making my videos. I'm going to try. I'm almost afraid to say this because I feel like every time I say it, then I'm like, I'm going to try to at least make one video a day. But now that it came out of my mouth, I was just like, it never fails. When I say that, it's like that's when I get thrown off. But, I mean, I can literally clip up that Pam Bondi congressional hearing. I can literally clip up that and make 10 videos because I watched the whole thing with my mouth open. I couldn't believe it. I could not believe it. I was like, this is crazy. I will wash your car for $5 and I will be very, very grateful to you. I will be the most grateful. I will give you $10. Shoot, I would be extremely grateful for that. Cause I'm like, it's way too much going on. I'm like, $45 for a hand car wash for real, y'all. Everything is so extremely expensive. And what else I was complaining about yesterday? I forgot what it was, but I was like, I could have sworn this was like half the price just a year ago. Dang, what was I talking about? I can't even remember what I was talking about. But I said to myself, I'm like, this was like half the price a year ago. Like, I'm sure this was half the price, if not half, a third of the price. Like, I mean, it's way more now. I'm like, this is crazy. But food, I would spend top dollar on, and things regarding my dogs. If my dogs need it, it doesn't matter what the cost is. It's my obligation to take care of them and give them a good life and make sure they're healthy, make sure they have everything they need. So it's like a spare no expense kind of thing with them. I'll be more like cheap with myself before I am with my dogs. I just feel like, just like I feel parents should feel about their kids. It's like, you brought them here. I'm not saying spoil them rotten, but I'm saying give them a good life because you brought them here. Like, Motivated says, since I was doing good until you mentioned Pam, and then I just visualized James Jordan. I watched too, and how they brought Donna to that. Okay, calm down. I know. I was watching, and I'm like, this. You know what's so crazy? And I wasn't even gonna talk about politics during this live, but I can't even help myself. You know what's so crazy? It's like the ghetto-ness of it. You literally watching government officials behave like the women on Real Housewives. Pam Bondi, it's like, I was looking at her. I'm like, you should. I know she's not ashamed of herself. I know Anna Navarro on The View said, she was like, she's known Pam Bondi for a really long time. She was like, she believes that Pam Bondi is going to regret, behaving like this, presenting herself like this or whatever. But it's like, you are in front of Congress. And I know this administration has a very low opinion of Congress because Congress is not doing its job. Congress has basically ceded its power to the executive branch. And so the executive branch has a very, 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 and Pam Bondi is not even in the executive branch because she don't understand that she don't work for Donald Trump. She worked for the American people, but she don't realize. See, I got to calm down too. Because, I done just got mad. I watched that entire hearing and I'm like, this, I almost called her wench. You see that? I'm like, this woman don't realize she works for the American people. You are our lawyer. You are not Donald Trump's lawyer. Why don't you understand that? This woman, we're talking about the I see on live. Oh, child, on live, I can't really say what I want to say, but we talking about the survivors, and she talking about the Dow. I said, do you know? First of all, how many insensitive, horrible things she's done regarding these files. First of all, you redacted the predator's name, but not the survivor's name. Do you know how cruel that is? Do you know how mean that is? You're re-victimizing these women. They were girls at the time that they were being victimized, but you are re-victimizing these women that have been through the unimaginable, the unthinkable. Imagine as a child when you are the most vulnerable, when people are supposed to protect you and love you and nourish you and nurture you and all of those things, you being victimized by this monster. And then once everything come about, the government re-victimize you by releasing your information after Congress said that your information will be redacted. And then the maliciousness, like how malicious it is. You release the information for the survivors, but not the predators. This is disgusting. This is some sick shit. And it makes me angry because I know women in my life, friends, that have been harmed by family members and men when they were 13 or 14 years old. By the grace of God, nothing like that ever happened to me. because I had an extraordinary mother and I had a great circle around me, but I know women that were harmed when they was children. And right now to this day, they're still in pain. They still, some of them turn to drug. I'm getting emotional. You know what? Whew. It's a shame before God. It is a shame before God what these people are doing to those women, what these people are saying to little girls all around this country. Your trauma don't matter. Nobody's coming to save you. Nobody's coming to help you. Nobody's coming to make it better. There's girls right now that are in those situations that are being harmed right now. And what you're telling those girls is that nobody's coming to save you. Nobody cares what you're going through. And that is a shame before God. And I'm going to stop because I'm going to get mad and I'm going to really start cursing and I'm going to start crying. And that shit bothered me immensely. Because when you talk about children not being protected, my niece is 7 years old. I will bury the world for her. Not an ounce of pain, struggle, nothing will ever come her way as long as I'm alive. So the fact that nobody protected them then, and then nobody protected these survivors then, and nobody's protecting them now, it's pain. As a woman, it's painful to watch. It really is. Whew. Don't talk about Pam Bondi. What a disaster your attorney general is. Administration is a walking nightmare. It made me so mad. I'm telling you, I can feel myself like starting to shake. It bothers me because just imagine if you read any of those files, I can't get through it. I literally cannot get through it. It is the most disgusting, deplorable, sick behavior. And I had a friend that was harmed because I can't say certain things. I wish I could just talk like I want to talk. I had a friend that was harmed as a child. Right now, to this day, she still struggles mentally, psychologically, emotionally. And to see it, to live, like to see a person up front, somebody you love, somebody you've known your whole life, you see their trauma. You see them trying to navigate the world and be quote unquote normal and all of that. And right now, those things happen when we were kids. We probably was like between the age of 13 and 15. I'm 42 years old. 27 years later, she's still struggling. Like whew. I done got upset, child. I could tell Dawn was nervous before going to court. I didn't watch it yet because yesterday I was moving around so much, but I'm going to get into all of that today, and I'm pretty sure I'll be making some videos. I was on Facebook going back and forth and arguing with people because I'm like, y'all just, I understand that y'all don't like the melanin. I understand that y'all don't like, LGBTQIA people, but you just still need to be intellectually honest. What you're saying is not accurate. It's not right. Like, and so with me, my friend gonna say, why is your favorite pastime pissing Trump supporters off? Because when I tell you, I was just on Facebook, and I was just going in all of their chats. And let me say this, and because I get so behind on the chat. Okay, so if I remember, I'm gonna tell you guys the back and forth I had yesterday with a person that apparently was a Trump supporter, and they don't like it when you're intelligent, baby. They hate that for you. They hate when you're intelligent, and they hate when they can't talk over you. So, okay, let me read the chat. And if I remember, I'm gonna tell you guys about the little back and forth I had yesterday on Facebook with this guy. I could tell Don was nervous before going to court. I gotta get into that. Like Don said, it's the process, and it's a scare tactic for other journalists to invoke fear. Absolutely. We're going back to being calm. I know I get so worked up. Sis, when I tell you, because I'm telling you, my friend, and I haven't talked to her, I'm gonna check on her today. Because let me see. I'm gonna see how my money looking, because I might send her an edible arrangement. I'm gonna see how my money looking, because I haven't talked to her in a little while. She actually moved, so she's not in Chicago anymore. But of course, we still keep contact, and we friends on Facebook. But we communicate like Facebook, but I haven't actually called. But yeah, my friend been through the unimaginable. And then it's just like, don't get emotional. So it's like that happened to her when we was kids. She's had some bad relationships with men, just trauma after trauma after trauma after trauma. And she's a good person. She really is. She's a good girl. She's a good person. And life has really beat her. I come from Cabrini Green. Life beat me up too. But I had a strong foundation in my home. My mother is not perfect, but she was an extraordinary mother. And she always protected me and loved me and was there for me. And so that was my advantage. Like when people was like, you grew up in Cabrini Green and you graduated from college and you own your home and you traveled the world, all of that is due to my mother. Due to her love, her protection, her sacrifice. And a lot of my friends didn't have a mother like I did. I owe my whole life to my mother. I'm getting the fouls and all of that shit makes me extremely upset. It's been so many times that I would have to scrap a video because I would get so upset. I'd be cussing and fussing. I said, child, YouTube is not gonna monetize this, and they probably take my channel because I get upset and I get the cussing and fussing and who. But just to think of what those women been through, just like it's some CEO or whatever, I don't know who he is, some kind of president from a country or whatever he is, just stepped down because he was the one that was going back and forth with E-Man, basically saying, I love the torture videos. What type of person are you? Oh, you know what? Whew. Okay. Motivated said we're going back to being calm. She works for Trump, files to the 100th power. They were meant to redact the survivors and reveal the perpetrators, but she and the DOJ did the opposite. Exactly. That's the reason that it's so cruel. That's the reason that it's so inhumane. Think of like how cruel, I can't think of another word, how cruel that is. These women who have already been through the unimaginable and you are re-traumatizing them when your job is to protect them and get justice for them. It's sick. It is sick behavior. See, y'all done got me emotional on this live chat. Ooh. Motivated says she thinks she does, and if she's married, her husband needs to be concerned. There's a fine line between doing your job and doing other things. Foul, 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 foul. Yeah, it's just, I was watching that hearing, and I was just looking at her disposition. Like, it was kind of like, I don't care. She couldn't look at the women. They asked the women, oh, let me see, hold on. Let me be clear. I'm not saying she's doing anything in the bedroom that the way she is struck is ego sickening. She will not even look at them and apologize. Get back on your mat, D, and breathe. I know I have to breathe too, because it's mean. It's mean. These women have already been through this. And let me explain something. Like I said, I've never personally, I'm turning my camera off. I mean, y'all can't see me anyway, but I almost started crying. And when I started crying, like, I'm the type of person that cry and get more angry. So then people look at crying as a weakness. It's like, no, you shouldn't look at it, because I get more angry. And it's like, yeah, don't take it as a weakness. Take it as me really about to go off. But anyway, it's just maybe because I know someone personally. And it's just, I just look at those women and what they've been through and what some of those fouls say. And it's like, it's the unthinkable. And like I said, I owe my mother everything, because the environment that I grew up in, the neighborhood that I grew up in, it could have went really bad for me. I grew up in a very, very, very tough neighborhood. I love where I'm from. It built me strong. I'm strong. I'm very, very strong, because of what I had to endure in the neighborhood I grew up in. So I'm proud of where I'm from. I love where I'm from, but it was tough. It was really tough. And I seen a lot. I've seen a lot. I've seen a lot of people I love go through a lot. I mean, a lot, a whole lot. And I know, I don't personally know, but I know what it's like. I know somebody who's went through something like that, and you never recover. I don't even think therapy. I don't think she's ever done therapy, but I don't even think therapy would be sufficient for you as a child to have to endure and deal with those type of things. It's just it's mean and it's cruel. And I watched that hearing, and I thought to myself, it's like, Pam Bonnie, what happened to you as a person that you can be this heartless? Because I've been through the unimaginable, and I still have deep empathy for people. So I'm looking at this woman like, what happened to you? What happened to your life that you lack this much empathy? And Anna Navarro said that she knew Pam Bondi when she was Attorney General in Florida, and said that she was a nice person. So what happened? Like, what happened? I just motivated to Andrew. This is why I love your channel so much. I told you before, my sister was our political analyst in the family, and she's no longer here, so I try and keep up. Yeah. Why you do, what you do and say on your channel matters. Don't let the haters stop you or get under your skin. We need the awareness. Yeah, it's sometimes it bothers, you know why? And I said this before. It doesn't bother me what they say. A lot of times it bothers me that because I have to protect my channel, and my channel is very near and dear to me because I wanted to do YouTube for many years. Because I have to protect my channel, I can't say what I want to say because I'm not I'm not a snowflake. I'm not a person that gets upset easily or gets like knocked off my square easily. It's like we could really go toe to toe. Like we could really go blow to blow. Like if you want to argue, let's do that. But because I have to protect my channel and I don't want to be perceived in a bad way because somebody that made me so mad, I really had to get on that with them. Like I really had to go really far, but that perception and that ideal of me is still going to be out there because I have a channel. So for me, it's just kind of like, you know, they can say whatever they want. They're entitled to what they believe. And then it's like, why would you think that I care what you say? It's just the fact that I can't go, I can't give it to you like I really want to because I have to protect my channel. So, and then my mother always say this too, and she was like, well, you need to be very conscious that you can end up arguing with somebody who really don't matter, and you could turn off your other subscribers who you really do value and really you don't want them to see you in a certain light because we all got two sides to us. And like I said, I've been around like I ain't even gonna go there, but it's just kind of like I can really go there. I can really, but it's just kind of like I don't want to present myself like that. But it's like, please don't push me. Please don't push me. But I'm motivated. Said, good morning, Frank. Man, your manners. You're welcome, but man, your manners, please. Yeah, you got to ignore people. And I'm going to get him up out of here because that's what he wants. I don't know why it gives them kind of some sick validation to be blocked. But I think they, like, once you block them and, like, make it where they can't see your content, they like, oh, yeah, she blocked me. Like, sick shit. But, let me get him up out of here because ain't nobody got time. Oops. Yeah, because I don't got time. I don't got time for people who have mommy issues. Insecurities dropped as a baby on this head. Yeah, and it's like they have mommy issues. Like ain't like nobody on this planet is ever going to convince me that a person that is happy is a troll. Because some people are like, oh, they just do it for fun. How is it that antagonizing somebody who don't even know that you are alive? How is that fun? Like, I just realized that you're an actual human 20 seconds ago. I do not care about you. But why do you find value in antagonizing somebody who you don't even know? That's weird. I mean, antagonizing anybody. Like, why would you find value in antagonizing anybody? But it's weird. I'm never going to be convinced that a happy, healthy, mentally sound person will find value in trolling. Why? Go get you some money, bro. What is wrong with you? But yeah, I was watching that hearing and I'm like, this whole hearing is like some congressional mess. Right, kicking a puppy is fun. Who does that? 666. Yeah, it's weird because some people is like, no, I don't think it's a matter of them being unhappy. It's just probably fun to them. How is being antagonistic fun? How is that mentally healthy? How is that fun? How do that give you value? Like, you're a sick, sad person and you come online to bleed on people who didn't cut you. That's what that is. Because happy people don't behave like that. Happy people be happy. Like, the fuck is wrong with you? They be having issues with their parents and their mothers and their lives. Oh, so yeah. Okay, so Facebook. So yesterday, it was a Don Lemon post. And so it was Don Lemon, I guess, on his way to a court, and they took like a picture or whatever. So this was obviously like a right-wing channel or whatever. And he posted, what did he say? What was his question? He was like, I think he said something to the effect like, who thinks Don Lemon is a journalist? Like, who in here think Don Lemon is a journalist or something like that? I can't remember exactly how he worded it. But I'm like, well, it doesn't matter what you think. First of all, it matters what the courts think. And furthermore, it matters that he's a journalist. He was a journalist on CNN. He's an independent journalist now. So it's not a matter, it's not up for discussion. It's so weird that people think that everything is up for debate. Everything is not up for debate. So now, mind you, we were talking about, I think I said something, I'm going to paraphrase because, of course, I can't remember exactly what I said, but I was just like, what did I say? I was just like, well, I'm like, Don Lemon is going, I'm like, he has a really good civil case because he's basically going to argue, and he can argue that his First Amendment rights were infringed upon, and he can actually sue the administration because it is unconstitutional to infringe upon someone's First Amendment rights. And so I said, and a guy that I was responding to, now, you could tell he probably was a right-leaning person, but he had a little bit of sense. So he was like, well, explain to me why you think he has a really good court case or whatever. I was like, well, the Constitution, First Amendment, Article 1, gives every American, especially journalists, gives them, because they have freedom of press, freedom of speech. I'm like, gives us freedom of speech. His freedom of speech is infringed upon, and Donald Trump professes too much. He talked too much. So he had already said that he want to basically go after journalists or whatever. So Don is also going to be able to argue prosecutorial malfeasance. So I'm like, just like James Comey and Letitia James. It's obvious because Donald Trump will literally get on his platform, Truth Social, whatever, and he will basically direct these things. And we know that Pam Bondi basically works for Donald Trump. She does not work for the American people. So because Donald Trump has already said these things out of his mouth, he makes it easy for him to be sued because he can't keep his mouth closed. So he will get on Truth Social and be like, Don Lemon is the worst of the worst. He's the worst thing ever happened, whatever. And when you do that, when you have an attorney general that decided to be your lawyer and not the American people's lawyer, you're giving her directives. Now, Pam Bondi is the attorney general. The DOJ reports to Pam Bondi. That is the judicial branch. That is a completely different branch of government. They're supposed to be checks and balances on each other. They are not supposed to work in connection. It's like the Congress, which is our legislative branch, has already ceded its power to the executive branch, which is Donald Trump, our president. So now we have the judicial branch basically ceding its power to the executive branch. You know what that is? That's dictatorship. That's what that is. When you don't have separate branches of government, you don't have separate powers, you don't have people holding each other accountable, there's no checks and balances, you know what happens? Authoritarianism and dictatorship. So Pam Bondi is supposed to be, like I've said a million times, she's supposed to be the people's lawyer. You work for the American people. Your job is to fight corruption, fraud, illegality on the behalf of the American people, not the president. But see, what happened was, and what people don't know, because I was going to do a story on Pam Bondi. What happened is Pam Bondi was the attorney general down there in Florida. Mar-a-Lago is in Florida. So Donald Trump basically put his friends in position, and they have loyalty to him, not the American people, not the Constitution. So Pam Bondi serves like Donald Trump. She's only interested in doing Trump's bidding. And because Donald Trump get on his social media platforms and professes too much, he basically gives Don Lemon and Letitia James and James Comey and whoever else, he gives them the evidence that they need. So Don Lemon has money because I think CNN had to pay him $26 million. From my understanding, he's in a lawsuit. I don't know if that lawsuit has been resolved, but he's in a lawsuit with, he had a lawsuit with Elon Musk because of that business venture that they were supposed to do. And remember, Don Lemon interviewed Elon Musk, and Elon Musk didn't like the questions that Don Lemon was asking him. So then Elon Musk was like, he don't want to do the deal anymore, but they had already signed a contract. That's not how that works. Just because you don't like to be held accountable. Because remember, Elon Musk was pushing himself as he is a First Amendment absolutist, which means he believed people can say whatever they want. So if I could say whatever I want and I ask you a question and you get mad and decide that you no longer want to do business with me and not adhere to the contract that we signed, I'm going to sue you. Because why wouldn't I? You got an attitude because I asked you a question and you think you can get out of this contract. No, that's not how that works, Buki. So, yeah, it's like they keep giving Don Lemon millions of dollars. CNN had to give him 26 million, I believe. I don't know what happened with the Elon Musk, but I know that there was a contract, and more than likely the courts are going to uphold that contract unless they feel like Don Lemon breached. And asking somebody an uncomfortable question is not a breach of contract. So more than likely, Elon Musk gonna have to pay him. And now maybe the Trump administration will have to pay him. I don't know how this is gonna shake out, but I know that Don Lemon is a journalist. I know that he was asking questions, and they're trying to frame him as a protester. And any court is gonna knock that down. He was on CNN for all them freaking years. How you gonna say he's not a journalist? Now, you may not like him. You may not like his political leaning. You may not like what he did in regards to going inside that church, but he is indeed a journalist, and he was doing his job. And just because you don't like the way he do his job does not mean he was not doing his job. Don definitely has tenacity, perseverance, and courage. They want to silence him, but it won't work. No weapon. And the good thing, yes, no weapon, praise God. The good thing about Don Lemon, he has the money. And hopefully that the other girl, and I keep forgetting her name, and I hate that I forget her name because she's just as important. Because remember, it was a journalist down there in Minneapolis, and she was arrested as well. The feds was outside her door while she was on live. So she was arrested as well. And I don't believe she has the money that Don Lemon has. So hopefully she can get some really good representation. She was on, I thought her name just popped in my head. Nope. I was about to say it, and I'm like, nah. But hopefully she gets some really good lawyers too, because the one thing that people were saying, and that panned out to be, I think James Comey said it on The View before Trump even got into office. He said there will be no convictions because when Donald Trump was on the campaign trail and he was like, I will be your retribution and yada, yada, yada. It was like James Comey and Letitia James, I'm sure they knew that he was going to come after them. But the courts are holding. Now, when we get to the Supreme Court, it get a little dicey. But the lower courts, they're holding. They're knocking all of their, like, Jamie Raskin literally went through not every, but went through the court cases under Pam Bondi and basically told her to her face, you're not getting any convictions. Jasmine Crockett read her for filth. She was like, I don't understand how you still in your job. The Letitia James case thrown out. James Comey thrown out. This Don Lemon case will be thrown out. But there were some other cases that Donald Trump and his administration would go after people and the courts would knock it down. So it's like, Pam Bondi, you can't even get no convictions. All you doing is terrorizing Minneapolis and ordering, when she said she did not know that Ghislaine Maxwell, Georgia Fort, yes, thank you, sis, thank you, yes. Hopefully she got some really good representation or whatever, because I don't think she has the resources that Don Lemon has. But she absolutely, hopefully somebody will cover her pro bono, or I don't know, but hopefully she gets some really good lawyers, because when you are going up against the federal government, you need some really, really, really good lawyers. And Don Lemon has a phenomenal lawyer, but Don Lemon got money too. And I don't believe Georgia Fort has money like, I mean, she may, I don't know that lady pockets, she may, but I hope she gets some great representation. But those cases aren't going anywhere. Baby, the First Amendment is the First Amendment for a reason. You don't have to like their journalism. You don't have to like what they did, because my mother and I had a conversation about them going into the church. I love God. I trust God. I know God is real, but my mother is much more religious than I am. And that was her issue. It was like, why would they go into a church? Now, but this is the reason that my mother, like, once I explained it to her, this is the reason that she support Don Lemon. Because it's like, yeah, they probably shouldn't have went inside of a church, but he's still a journalist and he was doing his job. So, and he shouldn't be like hauled into court and not, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Donald Trump, and I said this during another live, he take things too far, because unfortunately, cruelty is the point. Even regarding border control, and I made this point before, a lot of Americans are on board with border control, protecting our borders. But the way ICE is carrying out these things, that's what people jump off the bandwagon, because it's like, okay, you're going too far. Yes, we want people, because what they sold the American people is, we're going to go after the worst of the worst of the worst. It's going to be MS-13 criminals and da-da-da-da, whatever. So we're going to get the really bad people. But those are not the people y'all dragging down the street. Those are not the people y'all busting out their windows and dragging them out their cars. See, people who have a conscience can get on board with you deporting gang members that shouldn't be in our country. But you going after people that work at Home Depot. And you going after people who are going to their immigration hearings so that they can do their due diligence to stay in the country. You going after them. So now it's just, y'all just don't want no immigrant here. And we're all immigrants, but they don't know history, because they try to eliminate it and cancel it and bury it. We're all immigrants. So that's the reason that a lot of people jumped off the bandwagon, because it's like, yeah, we want to protect our borders, we want to protect our streets, but you want to drag the man that work at Home Depot, that work his ass off? Have you ever hired like a undocumented person to do work in your house? Baby, they work hard, okay? So, and I mean, I don't know if the person was documented or not, but I went on one of those little apps where you find somebody to come and do work in your house, and you could vet them, like, you know, make sure that they're on the up and up or whatever. I don't know if the man was undocumented or not, but he looked like, you know, I don't want to say that because that sounds crazy, but I don't know if he was undocumented or not. But when I tell you that man did phenomenal work in my house, when I tell you, I think at the time he only charged whatever it is that he did, I think it was like $120. I gave him $200. Baby, here go an $80 tip. You did your big one. You did your big one. And 120 was too low to begin with. But here go $200. Have a great day. You did a phenomenal job. Thank you very much, sir. I offered him food, water. You want to sit down and take a break? There go a couch right there for you. They work very hard. Those are some hardworking people, okay? So you want to kick out the hardworking people that pay taxes and don't get any benefits, and you want to brutalize them and drag them down the street and treat them less than human. And people who have a conscience and morality, we just supposed to sit back and do nothing and say nothing. No, that's not how it works. Them people would have deported Jesus. Whew. See, this Valentine's Day, I'm supposed to be talking about love. I wasn't even supposed to be talking about these people. They pissed me off so bad. I watched the news. I said, it's a good thing I own my home. Because when I tell y'all I be in here fussing and cussing, because this is crazy. This is crazy. And not enough Americans are mad. If you watched that Pam Bondi hearing and if you weren't angry, something's wrong with you. Something is wrong, because this is insanity. What is going on in this country regarding this government, this administration, this is insanity. It was 6 of them arrested. Oh, it was 6 of them. At the same, so of course Don was gonna get the publicity, and I heard about the Georgia Fort lady because I think she was on live, but I didn't know it was 6 journalists. I definitely need to brush up on that. How did the TPS halftime show proceed? So let me tell you all the drama that's coming out regarding that. First of all, they said, I think Candace Owens said this. I seen a little clip because I really don't watch her. I really don't play with her. But I seen a little clip where she said that it was pre-recorded. It was recorded 2 weeks prior, that they were paying people $250, and they were promised that somebody bigger than Kid Rock was going to be there. So they done set up and lied to them people and told them people that it was a bigger name going to be there. Then they was sitting up there lying about how many viewers they had, because Candace Owens broke that down too. And like I said, I'm not in favor of her, but I watched the clip and she was just basically explaining YouTube. And I was like, yeah, I'm a very, very, very small content creator, but she's telling the truth regarding that, because she said she pulled up the video or whatever, and she was looking at the analytics. So she was looking at the number of views and the time and the this and the that. She was like, where exactly are they getting? Because that first they said it was because I was watching Piers Morgan. So when I was watching Piers Morgan, the guy on Piers Morgan said it was 5.6 million and it's going to be 10 million after they calculate streams or whatever. They had on that video, because Candace was like, look at it like this. And I was like, yeah, that makes sense. She was like, they talking about 5.6 million views, 10 million views or whatever. I think that video had like maybe 400 comments. If you get millions and millions of views, you're going to get more comments, because engagement is what pushes the video to give people more access. So the more people, now I'm not saying it's going to be a direct correlation, because you can I got videos that may have 300 views and 4 comments. I'm not saying that there's a direct correlation, but the math wasn't mathing. It didn't make sense of what they were basically saying. So she was just like, it was recorded 2 weeks ago. They were paying people $250. They told people that they were going to have a bigger performer other than Kid Rock, and Kid Rock was lip syncing, or he like did a pre-record or whatever. So it's like that they probably got 200,000 views, if that. So, and a lot of MAGA, I said Trump and all of them, they was watching Bad Bunny because they got so many complaints. How you got so many complaints if you ain't watch it? So MAGA and the Trump administration and Megyn Kelly then lost her top. She lost her mind. So apparently y'all sat and watched it just so y'all can hate on it. But that's what YouTube is. The people who disagree with you the most, the people who want to antagonize you the most, are the people who watch you the most. My video, there was a video, what was that video? dang, I can't remember the video, but let me tell you about the analytics of the video. So the video, because I watched Stash Cash, like one of my friends here on YouTube, I watched his video and he was basically explaining it. And I'm like, yeah, that make a lot of sense. Like when YouTube push your videos, first apparently they push your videos to the people you subscribe to. And then I guess they kind of like, push you out a little bit or whatever. But anyway, it's like those videos, it's like, dang, I forgot what I was supposed to say. What was I saying, y'all? Let me read the comments because I forgot what I was about to say because I had the Megyn Kelly, her going crazy. We don't need no halftime show from Latino. I'm like, this lady, her bigotry be on full display, baby. She just put it out there. But I forgot what point I was about to make regarding the videos, but because Megyn Kelly popped in my head because I watched that clip, I said she don't even have her bigotry anymore. I always knew she had it in her ever since she went crazy because somebody said that Santa Claus, which is a fictional character, it could be whatever race, kept saying that Santa Claus was white. You idiot. Santa Claus is fictional. So in my house, he black. In my house, God black, everybody black. Black, 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 black. Now, God ain't fictional. God is real. We know what God is. But God is, baby, a person of color. Okay? Thank you. So the fact that she went crazy and lost her mind about people saying Santa Claus was black, I said, oh, the bigotry. Because Megyn Kelly, hey, how you doing, Bookie? Santa Claus is fake. So because he's fake, he can be whatever color somebody wants him to be. Because in my house, he black. See, they be pissing me off, y'all. I'm sorry. So that show was a dud. They TPUS whatever was a dud. Ain't nobody watch it. Probably 200,000 people. Motivated said, but aren't we missing something else so important? The pastor who preaches love called ice. Yeah, that's all he could do. But look, I was watching, dang it, I was going to do a video on it. I think I have a clip in my phone. I was watching something and it was an elementary school teacher called ICE. So a person was pretending to be like a part of ICE or whatever. She called on one of her students and said the student was born in New York, but she don't believe the parents were. I said, it's so many horrible humans. It is disgusting. You called ICE on one of your students to get their parents deported. Why do you love Satan? Why are you so horrible? These people sick. You're never going to be able to convince me otherwise. They're literally sick. Motivated said, make it make sense. Now hiding his hand who called. Even after 1,000 years, it just won't make any sense to me. None of it makes sense. It's cruel. It's cruel. People are being cruel. And the one thing that we should kind of like seek some type of calmness is that Donald Trump is only going to be here for three years. These people that are behaving this way, I will never forget their behavior. I will never forget how atrocious they behave and how they look the other way during injustices. I am not a forgiving person. It is probably the reason I am not in a relationship. My mantra, motto, whatever you call it, has always been, don't ask me for forgiveness. Make sure to not do anything to me that will require forgiveness. I am a work in progress. I am not there yet. I am not a forgiving person. The people who were cruel and mean and like basically was okay with what this administration is doing, I will never forget. Motivated said, you're so right. That part. Motivated said, you are talking about love, fake love, and it's a lot going on. The fakeness of it all. I forgot what we was talking about. If you play Kid Rock record backers, you hear, but if you play it for you have to hear Kid Rock. It's a dilemma. And then, they said it on The View, and it was like that lyric he had where it says, he said something about, I like him young. Some people say it's statutory. I say it's mandatory. I said, oh, so Bad Bunny is a problem, but that's okay. Some people say it's statutory. I say it's mandatory. That's American music. That's what you want to celebrate. That's the ideal of America. A man singing or rapping or whatever he do about touching girls. That's what y'all like? Sick ass people. In South Africa, we are currently watching a commission that is inquiring about law enforcement, politicians, and the judiciary, concluding with criminals. People are revealing shocking things. Yeah, and it's too many people. I say every day. My mom will be like, my mother be like, well, Angie, you mad enough for all of us? Because I be like, not enough people are mad. And my mother, like I said, she's an extraordinary person. She's very religious, love God, try to be peaceful. And I try to be there too, y'all. But I'm mad. I'm mad. I'm gonna be just fine. But I'm just saying, this stuff bothers me. It's like, this is wrong. This is bad. This is horrible. But my mother was like, I was like, not enough people are mad. My mother, like, she called me Pooh. She like, Pooh, you mad enough for all of us. I'm like, but still. It's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking. I once thought Megyn Kelly was beautiful, but her rhetoric made me change how I feel about her. Yeah, and she letting it all hang out. She's throwing it all to the wall. She's like, I'm gonna give it everything I got. Like, because the fact that woman would, first of all, it's like the stuff that she said about Bad Bunny and all of that. Yeah, that was really bad. But the fact that she was like, well, it wasn't like they were 8 years old. They were 15 years old. Oh, so we're trying to find a way to rationalize and justify touching girls. You have a daughter. You have a daughter. Like, oh, you know what? No, I'm not gonna get mad. I'm not. I got to talk about something else because, who child? Motivated said, I had no idea who Bad Bunny was, but when hubby told me halftime was on, I ran in there and watched, enjoyed every second of it. Yeah, Bad Bunny. Now, I don't listen to his music. I think he's gorgeous. The man has a great face. Like, he is so handsome. I don't listen to his music, but I celebrate everything that he's doing. So I'm just like, all you guys gonna do is just make him more and more famous. First of all, he is extremely famous. He's an extremely big deal. The man is the number one artist in the world, not just the United States of America. He's big, 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 big. Big, big. Like, he's a huge star. And he seems like a very good person. Like, when he talked, like, he's talking about his like humble beginnings, and just 10 years ago he was working in a grocery store and all of those things. He's saying, and the fact that he stands up for his community. As much as I love us, as much as I love Black people, it breaks my heart that people like Snoop Dogg and Nelly, and it's like, it should never be enough money in the world. Treasury cannot make enough money to make me turn on my people or say things I don't believe. It's not, because it's like, I'm not a slave to money. I'm not a slave to anything, but definitely not money. It's not enough money in the world to make me advocate something I don't truly believe. If you don't ever believe anything I say, believe when I say something, that's what I believe. That's what I think. That's what I mean. And I'm not stepping away from that for money or for anything else. So the fact that Bad Bunny was saying that he won't even perform, he won't even have concerts on the mainland because he's worried about ICE coming in and messing with his his concert goers, his fans, his supporters. I respect that immensely. That man is missing out on millions of dollars to protect his fans. That is very, very, very admirable. Discussing who does that to a child and cause separation. Forgive sis, gotta do it. I know it can be challenging. I forgot what we was talking about. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm gonna read the chat. Based on this time, did you guys see Eric Benet? Was it Eric Benet? I think it was Eric Benet. I think Eric Benet said he's a Trump supporter. And then he was like, I support him having a heart attack. I said, now wait a minute. Now wait a minute. Like that. And see, because I love God, even though I think Trump is bad, that's too far for me. Because it's like, I'm not comfortable with that because I just believe in, what you put out there. It's like, I don't wish harm on that man. I don't wish bad things to happen to him. I swear I don't. I wish he would leave office. I do wish that. Like, but I don't want any harm to come his way. I mean, I don't care about him, but I'm pretty sure somebody else do. So I don't want harm to come his way. I just want him to stop harming this country. So that's that. Trust and believe God will get the last. Oh yes, God will always, baby. God is always in charge. That's the one thing. That's the one thing my mother instilled in me. And like I said, my mother is much more religious than I am. But what I know for a 100% fact, God is always in control. And once he say it's up, it's over, it's over. It's over. And that's just gonna be that on that. You reap what you sow, it's come. Yeah. Elevated, motivated said every religious person from the beginning. Your mom has a relationship with God that took time to build, and she's standing on her foundation of him being your rock. Yeah. Oh, motivated had to delete somebody. Motivated said, keep living, you will see. Ed, I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm sorry. Prove your chosen. God is real, child. Ain't no, we not debating God. We not debating God. If you don't believe, I feel sorry for you, but God bless your testimony, I suppose. But we not debating God in my chat. He's real. Period. Ain't nothing to talk about. By the way, I'm not religious. I have a relationship with God. There's a difference. It's a big difference. Right. Don't wish ill on will on anyone. Only know one God. And this will be my last comment on. Yeah, we not debating God. I'm never debating God. He's real. It ain't nothing else to talk about. I don't even deal with people that talk like that. Like, go on about your business. That's what I meant when I said earlier. Everybody think everything is up for debate. Everything is not up for debate. So you don't have to believe. Like I said, you don't have to believe, and I feel bad for you. But I do, and I'm not about to debate you about it. Don't piss me off. Because see, like I said, I am a work in progress. I love God. I know God is real. But I also curse you out real, real, real fast. Don't come in here playing with me. So, I'm at 87 minutes, y'all. I'm going to be on for about 3 more minutes because I got to go to Home Depot so I can start cleaning my house. Yeah, I don't like all that. Like, you gonna we not doing that. This is my baby. This is my chat. This is my channel. And on my channel, baby, we worship and serve the Lord. But I am still hood, and I will curse you out. Thank you. Girl, I have gotten my entire workout in. Thank you. That's what I was telling my friend. We was walking on the treadmill because she was like, she was doing something for work. I was like, don't you get off this phone because I need to finish my workout. Toning up for Aruba. Oh, Aruba. Where are you going? That's going to be fun. I went, but we went before Hurricane Maria, and we went on a cruise. So we went to St. Juan, St. Thomas, Aruba, and I think one other place. But we were only there for a day, but that's gonna be great. Was it Aruba? Yeah, I think it was Aruba. Yes, May 8th day. Royal. Are you going on a cruise? Royal Caribbean? We did St. Thomas last year. You doing a cruise or you flying now? This cruise I just got off of, I was just like, child, I don't need to go on a cruise. Oh, a cruise, yes. I don't like, my mother loved cruises, and because she's with Royal Caribbean, like she like her cruises, her cruises like dirt cheap. Can't get hubby on a plane. Oh, see, my stepfather don't like to travel. That's why I travel a lot with my mother, because my stepfather don't like to travel either. But me and my mother, baby, we be gone. We be gone. Like, me and my mother ain't never met a plane. We ain't like, we be gone. My mother, now mind you, we just got off our cruise. What was that, like 2-3 weeks ago? And my mother going on another cruise, February 27th. I said, so you just gonna do a cruise a month? Is that's what you're doing at this point? But I love that for her. Because, baby, where we come from and what we've been through, the fact that my mother is still here and being able to travel and she's healthy, babe. Oh, God. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. Let her be great. Yes. That's why I'm like, Mom, go. Whatever you need. If you short on money, baby, you got a daughter. You have a daughter right here. Let me know whatever you need. Like, because my mother didn't start traveling until my little brother played basketball his whole life. And we used to travel with his AAU, and when he was in grammar school and high school and college. And that's how we start like really traveling a lot. My mother didn't get on a plane until I was grown. And so it's like I traveled when I was younger because we used to like have like after school and like the Boys and Girls Club and all of that stuff. And I used to go on trips with them, and my mother would make a way for me to go on trips. Like I grew up in Cabrini, but I went to Walt Disney World twice when I was a kid. And my mother didn't have it. She did whatever it took to make sure I had a life and experiences that she didn't have. And so now that she's older and she's traveling, and I'm like, go, ma. Like, whatever you need. She be like, well, I don't know if my money gonna be looking. If your money don't look right, your daughter gonna come through. So whatever you need, let me know, and I got you. Yes, 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 me too. To God be the glory. Yes, and I love it because now she be traveling with my aunties and my cousins. And like my cousin Tana Leah, she travels a lot. Like, I'm not exaggerating. This girl go on like 2 trips a month. Like, she travels a whole lot. And they just be gone. My auntie Antoinette, my cousin Tadalea, baby, they be on cruises. They be going to Vegas because they going the cruise that they're doing this in February. They going to Vegas for a day, and then they flying to LA, and they leaving out of LA. And they going on some cruise. I forgot what she said the name of the cruise, but our cruise. And I was remembering to tell Coach, because Coach was like, "What was the name of the cruise?" It was the Royal Caribbean Wonders of the Seas, and the food was real good. That's the cruise me and my mom was just on. But I like cruises, but not as much as my mama. Like, I was just like, okay, I liked it, but I ain't got to go on another cruise for like a year or two, because I much rather like, fly to Vegas, fly to Miami, fly to Atlanta. Like, those are my places. And I've been to Atlanta, Vegas, and Miami, each probably 10 times a piece. And New York, New York is my place. Um, that's right. Take care of mom. Yes, with my last breath, forever and always. I tell folks, get a passport and use it. Absolutely. Did Vegas with girlfriend years ago. Had the best time ever. Did New York with girlfriends. Yep. See, with Vegas, I've been to Vegas a bunch of times. I normally go with my mother because my mother loves to gamble, and she lose her little $40 and then be mad. Then I have to give her some more money because I'm like, Ma, you play little money. That's why you're not winning. Because my cousin wins. She be hitting. My cousin just won like, I think she said she won $12,000. Like, she be like, my cousin be hitting. But my mother, she play $40 and get an attitude. But so I normally do Vegas with my mother. Not 40, girl. She played $40 and then come upstairs, because I be at the room. Like, I either be at the Caesar buffet, or I be in a room, or I've been and went to a show. So I could be up in a room and I'm just like, chilling or whatever. She come upstairs in a room looking like the face of disappointment. And I'm like, Ma, you lost. Yeah, I lost my $40. I be like, if you don't stop it having an attitude because you lost $40, what you think you came to Vegas to do? Now, I don't gamble. I spend my money on food because I go to the buffets. I do not gamble. I'll play the big wheel, but no, they ain't not getting my money. I'm sorry. We can't, especially myself, we cannot be, you know what? I'm not reading that shit. Motivated say, yeah, that's me. I'm like, they not getting my Yeah, meet me at the buffet. When I go to Vegas, I go to the shows. I've seen so many shows in Vegas. I've seen the Michael Jackson show, like the Circus du Soleil kind of show or whatever. That one, I think it's This Is It or whatever. That show was phenomenal. Then they have another Michael Jackson show that's kind of like is it in the Stratosphere? I don't know which hotel is in, but that one is okay. But the one that's like the Cirque du Soleil, or however you pronounce, that one is great. That one is really, really good. And then I've been to concerts in Vegas. So that's another thing. I am so very grateful to God. Like, I've traveled a bunch. And I travel by myself too. I do not mind. Because it's like sometimes when family and friends say that, oh yeah, we're gonna go on a trip, we're gonna all go together, we're gonna all get our money together, and yada yada yada, and then people fall off and don't go, like, they fall out or whatever, and whatever, I'm still going. I'm booking my flight, I'm still going. So yeah, I'm gonna go and have me a great time. I've been a lot of places by myself. New York, Atlanta, Miami, LA, San Francisco, um, Miami, Vegas. I've been everywhere by myself. Child, you're not gonna give me a stroke trying to read that comment. Whatever you said, okay, good for you. But baby, I can't read that, and I'm not finna have a stroke trying to. Um, y'all, I be trying to be nice. Like I be trying to be nice, but y'all be pushing me, and y'all don't really. I think sometimes I have to put a man that I've dated on live so they can tell y'all how I can get. Cause baby, my mother, I got popped in my mouth my whole life. My mother, ain't you cannot talk to people like that. Well, tell them to stop playing with me then. Motivated so crazy people work so hard and never do anything. Yeah. I don't know that comment, child. I'm not reading that. For real, I got popped in my life. I mean popped in my mouth my whole life. My mother and my stepfather. My stepfather used to be like, I hate when people argue with you because you go too far. Now they go too far. Because why are you messing with me? I literally do come in peace. But we really can get like that if you want. Like if that's what you want, like we can really get like that. I told you, work in progress, not done. Go play. But anyway, yeah. So I forgot what I was talking about, trying to read that comment. I'm trying to judge somebody. All I see, I'm operating in the flesh. I already told you I'm operating in the flesh. So leave me alone until I make more progress. Child, I come in peace, but don't make me. Don't push me. That's why I don't get on live, because I know somebody gonna make me act up. And I be trying not to act up. But anyway, you guys, I am at 97 minutes. I might as well make it to 100. And then I'm going to enjoy my day and clean my house. Motivated said, I have enjoyed this, Angel. Let me pull myself together and get out of this house for a little while. Have a good day. Thank you, sis, for being here. Have a great day. Yeah, I'm gonna try to get to my 100 because like I barely come on live now. It's at 97 and 31 seconds. So I only got a couple of more minutes, and then I'm gonna run to Home Depot, go grocery shopping, and do all of the things. But I'm gonna get to my 100. Thank you very, very much for being here. Thank you for always being so super supportive. It means everything to me. Thank you so much. I've been talking so long, my lips dry. I gotta give me some water. Being on live is a job. Sure, you just talking. I've been doing great with my water too. My friend's gonna be proud. See, and somebody else who has a bad relationship with their parents. Angel got one supporter. She's saying all of this, like, relax, calm down. Well, I was talking first. It say 3 right now, but I was talking to that one supporter, and you can make it 2 if you just go away and go deal with the issues that you have with your parents. I Motivated said, "Don't do it, sis." I be trying. Like, why do they want to play with me? I'm not gonna do it. Cause at least I wasn't cussing and fuss. I hurt you can't hurt my feelings, babe. My mortgage is paid. How could you hurt my feelings? My mortgage is paid, one car is paid off, and the other car note is paid. You can't hurt my feelings, Bookie. I don't understand why y'all confuse being irritating with hurting somebody's feelings. You can irritate me, unfortunately, but you can't hurt my feelings. He don't know. He don't know no bad. He probably need to go work out the issues that he had with his parents. You happy you own material things? Yeah, I am. I am very happy I own material things because those material things are a representation of my hard work, my determination, and my diligence. So, yeah. So, let me see. Motivation, I saved him. Thank you, sis. Because I see, you got to work with me. You got to work with me, sis. See, you way further along in your journey. I be telling people I'm on like if it's 10 steps, I'm on step 2.5. I want to get to 10, but I'm not. Leave me alone. Motivated, he was about to get it. And see, so thank you, Motivated, for being here. Thank you guys. Everybody that's here. It says 5 people in here. I am at my 100-minute mark. I did good. Shoot, I'm just talking. And I never go back and listen to my lives, but I know I talked about a million things. Hey, Jay. Jay, you came at the very end, girl. I said I was getting off at 100 minutes, and it's 100 minutes and 26 seconds. But thank you very much for stopping through, Jay. I'm about to get up. Oh, and happy Valentine's Day to you and your hubby. Happy Valentine's Day. Happy Love Day. So I see you guys later. I got to get my day started. Thank y'all for being here, and I will talk to y'all later. Bye, y'all.